Funeral workers found themselves in the front line of the COVID-19 pandemic. Consequently, they were directly impacted by the added health risks and restrictions of the industry.
My position in AFBOP is agent of the office, of the branch, and my duty is to manage the branch on a daily basis. Especially during the lockdown, I will say during the months of July and August, it was hectic with COVID, and it took much more effort than your normal death, because you're dealing with families that don't want to accept they are not allowed to see their loved one. You are dealing with a lot more administration than normally. And yeah, it was much busier this year with COVID than previously.
I'm an undertaker, and my duties is to collect people, make sure they're right for the viewing and burials or cremations. We wash them and dress them and make sure that the families are happy by the end of the day. But during lockdown you was not always sure. What I mean by that is there is some of the hospitals, some of the old age homes, some of the places, they don't tell you that the person got COVID or non-COVID. You must be properly prepared for the worst. Then only just jump in a car and go off. Make sure you got all your stuff with you at all times. In your back of your mind, you must think about your kids, you must think about your wife, you must think about your grandkids, and the people around you.
I'm the assistant manager at AFBOP Johannesburg, so I do all the arrangements for loved ones who passed away. Then the families comes in, they see me 90% of the time. If I'm busy, then someone else will take over. In the beginning, I had to go out with every single COVID case. I had to, because someone senior had to be with the guys who was nominated to do removals for COVID cases. We had to go out with them to make sure that they were following protocols, to check upon our own guys and check up on the hospitals and old age homes, to make sure that the protocols that was put in place by the government was followed by the hospital firstly, and then by the staff members handling the COVID case.
Some of the biggest challenges in lockdown and with the COVID was the families. Whether it's coming from government, they don't accept it. They just say, this is our tradition, this is how it must be. And yeah, to get them to accept what they cannot have, that was a challenge.
And it was a lot more emotional, and a lot more strained, basically, especially handling COVID cases where the family could not see their loved one. That was the hardest part of it.
So there is certain things that change your life, but your main thing is you must look after yourself and you must think about people around you.
At the end of the day, you could say that funeral workers were the silent heroes of the pandemic.